At long last, the wait is over. High school football is back. This is the NAIG2 Commercial Real Estate Friday Night Football at Brookstone, presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Coca-Cola, Kinetic Credit Union, and the Houston Clinic. And a big thank you to Jack Hayes and NAIG2 Commercial Real Estate, the title sponsor of all Brookstone game broadcast. This is Scott Miller, high above beautiful Max Strong Stadium at Brookstone School in Columbus, Georgia, as the Cougars get set to take on Tattnall Square Academy Trojans. And I'm joined by my longtime broadcast partner, Mike Peacock. And Mike, Friday Night Lights back. We love it.
Nothing like it, Scott. Nothing like it at all. And it's great crowd still filing in here at Brookstone. Tatnall brought a nice crowd across the way. Looking forward to getting this thing going. Of course, I got a little early start on you. I got a game in last night down at Otis Spencer Stadium, but we are underway officially.
Brookstone won the toss and deferred to the second half. Saw the captains out on the field, and they will be bursting through the sign here in a moment. Well, we've got two coaches making their debut, sort of.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Tattnall Square's coach, Barney Hester. This is his first year on his second go-round. Mm-hmm. He was a legendary coach at Tattnall, 31 years, 1982 to 2012. He won 2 state championships. Took about a 12-year hiatus with a couple of other things going on and a short retirement, and he's back this year.
Yeah, they talked him into coming back, Scott, and what a treat for these young guys that play for Tatnall to get Coach back on that sideline over there. And he's going to do a good job. Tatnall's going to be well coached.
And, of course, for Brookstone, brand-new coach Ian Headley makes his debut tonight. And there's a buzz and an excitement about Coach Headley's tenure.
No doubt. I was able to have Coach Headley on our podcast, Marty Durden and I, last Sunday. And it's been running this week. But what an intense, but at the same time, fun football coach Ian Headley is. He has brought an element to I believe, this entire program that has injected enthusiasm. It's injected excitement. They're going to be a little bit different, a little bit more up-tempo on offense and some different things. And I think he's done a marvelous job of winning the team over and getting them to buy in to everything he wants to do.
We got a little sneak peek last week at a scrimmage game, and they had, as typical in a scrimmage game, some growing pains working things out in the first half. Of the second half, you could see, especially that offense, really begin to click under junior Broughton Branch. Houston Clinic, one of our sponsors, and tonight's coverage brought to you by Houston Clinic, a presenting sponsor on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. World-class orthopedic care right here at home. And for a long, long time. I've been there a couple of times myself, unfortunately.
I believe anybody that lives around here has, Scott, especially if you got a little age on you.
And you are speaking right at me. You looked right at me when you said, especially if you got a little age on you. Thank you, buddy. Jimmy Hunter, one of the finest kickers in all the land, will get set to get this season underway. A couple of guys back right around their 5-yard line. Jimmy usually kicks it into the end zone, and he does again, and they'll start on their 20, and here we go. Our producer tonight is Tyler Dykes. Tyler is going to have a head full of gray hair having to deal with me. All that he points to me, and I look like, what?
Well, he'll just look like us, with a lot of gray hair.
Hey, I'd take gray. I'd take hair of any color, actually. All right, the Cougars on defense to start this game. And coming out Two receivers split to the left, one to the right. Quarterback is Tate Morris. Going to keep it around the end and lowers his head and gets up to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's just a keep there. And as you said, we were talking in the pregame, Scott, running the veer, as Coach always has. Coach Barney Hester always has, and he's sticking with it here. You don't see a lot of this anymore, the option football with the true veer.
For the defense, it's all about that dive, stopping that, and containing if he gets outside. One receiver to the left, two to the right, lone back. Quarterback underneath the center is going to keep it, and this time they eat him up. Only a yard gain there, right at the 31-yard line. Charlie Peak was one guy in a blue jersey in there.
Good job by the defensive front right there. Daniel LeBoy was the one who stuffed the hole over there. He got some help.
Daniel getting a start tonight.
Out of T.J. Whitfield.
Daniel, the younger brother of Sammy LeBoy. We'll see Sammy mostly on offense, although Sammy is one of two-way players tonight. All right, two receivers to both sides. Back to pass. Quarterback looking, throws. It's complete right around the 40-yard line to Whit Davidson.
Little out pattern there. Good for another first down for Tatnall.
Both of these teams lost key players from last year, so we'll see who steps up and fills the void. So a couple of first downs already on this drive. Cougars with a three-man front.
And Scott, my sample size is small so far this year, but I've seen a resurgence of the huddle in high school football so far in what I've seen.
Quarterback takes it away from the running back and muscles his way up to the 45-yard line, broke a tackle, and Morris is a tough guy to bring down.
He is. He's a big, strong quarterback, and he's polished in this offense.
So second down and 4. Well, maybe about 5. They take their time in the huddle and break it. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Got a wing back to the right, one back. He's going to flip to that back, going to try to get outside.
There's a flag.
And he'll make it up to the 50-yard line, but a flag deep in the backfield of Tattnall.
That's going to be a holding call against Tatnall.
That'll wipe out another good gain for the Trojans. Hey, fans, don't forget we got a great new feature this year, the Halftime Update Show with Richard Holdridge, presented by the Beck Center. Richard will get us caught up on all the scores. He'll be a busy man tonight. All right, so second down and about 15 from their 36-yard line. Again, one back. He's going to drop back now and throw long and wide and out of bounds, intended for Davidson over there.
Good coverage. That was Gray Jones over there on the coverage, had tight coverage. A little taller receiver, but Gray was all over him. And I think the quarterback wisely threw that one out of bounds.
Gray playing in the secondary this year. He may get some touches on offense, but right now Coach Headley is trying to have two platoon with as few players as possible going both ways. We've got a couple that started that way tonight. All right, 3rd and 15. It's the draw, and they eat him up in the backfield. He's not going anywhere. And big T.J. Whitfield led that blue surge.
Well, he did not gain an inch when he got the handoff, Scott. They met him behind the line of scrimmage and kept him going backwards. Great job by the front of Brookstone.
TJ has only been here, I guess, a week and a half now, 4 days at Media Day. And he is going to be huge for the Cougars this year. All right, speaking of being huge, Sammy LeBoy, Mr. Excitement, back at his 30.
Whit Davidson is the punter.
Sammy comes up to his 35, and they take too much time, and Tatnall's going to take time.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to...
All right, we're back. 4th down and all day after that holding period and then the loss in the backfield. Snap is a good one. The kick is off, and it's going to bounce in front of Sammy, and he's going to get out of the way, and it'll roll down to the Brookstone 24-yard line where the Cougars will start.
Really quick punt right there. He got that off quick. Didn't get much height on it. Kept it a little bit away from Sammy LeBoy. And Brookstone has good field position to start at the 34-yard line.
Well, you were talking about huddles. You won't see the Cougars in many this year for
Correct.
sure. Broughton Branch, empty backfield, trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left. In motion, Dylan Terry stops, comes back the other way. Broughton looking that way for Dylan, and it's off his fingertips and incomplete.
Just out of reach. Not a bad throw from Broughton Branch right there. But Dylan Terry couldn't quite get his hands on it, off his fingertips. That'll bring up 2nd down.
J.J. Jones split to the right. Sammy LeBoy is the slot receiver to the right. Throw to Mitchum Kelly, and it's complete. Out to about the 43-yard line. Hurry up offense.
They're going to go tempo.
3rd and short. Trips to the right again. Dylan Terry in motion. Comes set just off the shoulder of Broughton. Going to hand it to Dylan. He's got 5. He's got 10. He's at the 40, 30, 25. There he goes. Touchdown, Cougars.
What an excellent job of blocking on the offensive line, Scott. They had a hole big enough to drive a truck through, and then Dylan Terry with a burst of speed got by everybody, and once he got a couple of steps, nobody was going to catch him.
Dylan Terry, the junior, all the way. A 57-yard touchdown run. And Jimmy Hunter will attempt the extra point. Gray Jones doing the holding. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So a good start for the Cougars. 7-0 here with 7:08 to play here in the first quarter. This is the NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Friday Night Brookstone Football on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong with local service, personal connection, connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000.
Jimmy Hunter will kick it away. He kicks it deep and out of the end zone for another touchback, and they'll start on the 20. An electrifying run by Dylan Terry, Mike, to get us started tonight.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. Get something early, get an explosive play early, get the crowd into it, and just what the doctor ordered here at Brookstone.
Two receivers split to the left. H-back on the left side, wing back receiver to the right. Going to reverse it to that wing back, and guess who? T.J. Whitfield devoured him in the backfield.
T.J. broke through, and he stayed at home there and did not let the reverse get past him. And they blew that play up early, Scott.
So loss 5, back to the 15. Cougars in a 4-man front this time. Two receivers to the left, one to the right, one back. Got a wing back to the left. Quarterback is going to keep it around the end and make it up across the 20. Another flag, though.
That one's in the about linebacker level on the defense. Let's see what this call is. On the defensive side of the ball, should I say.
Referee James Brown with the call.
It's a personal foul on Brookstone.
That's a big one.
It's a dead ball call.
And we'll move it all the way up to the 36-yard line of the Trojans.
That is not what you want to see if you're Ian Headley. Giving them a major distance penalty after a couple of pretty good defensive plays.
So 1st and 10. One receiver left, two right, wing back to the right, one back, quarterback back, going to tuck it and run, trying to get outside, and he makes it up to the 40-yard line. Really nice maneuvering by the quarterback, Tate Morris.
Yeah, Morris is a tough runner, and that was a little rollout, a little RPO action out of that veer. And he looked and didn't have his receiver and saw green grass and gained about 5 yards. We'll give him 4.
So 2nd down and 6, 5:30 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Cougars on top. One receiver split wide to the left, to the right. Lone back, going to toss it to him. And he's going to try to get the first down, and he does, cutting in off tackle. Nice run by Brown.
Yeah, Ben Brown. Brookstone did a good job of cutting the outside part of that sweep off, and he had to cut it upfield, but the problem was he had a big hole when he cut it upfield and was able to get the first down.
Up to the Trojans' 47-yard line. Brookstone is on the road next Friday night against Valwood. At home again on the 29th against Mount Vernon. That'll be our next broadcast. Brookstone up close on the receivers. Quarterback is going to keep, and he's going to be stopped this time by Whit Hightower.
Yeah, good job by Whit Hightower. Scott, it's real important when you're on the end and on the edge against this offense. If you run up field, the quarterback's just going to take it inside you and get a big gain. And he stayed at home right there and scraped down the line right into the quarterback and cut that running play off.
Got to stop that dive. The two things really with this offense, the dive and the containment outside. Quarterback under center this time. One back, going to flip it to Ben Brown, and he is stopped right inside of Brookstone territory, about the 48-yard line.
He got a little second effort right there and maybe got an extra yard bouncing off a tackle. But a good job by the Brookstone front again.
Looks like about 3rd and 5. Let's see if Morris tries to keep it himself this time. I formation. Movement on the line, no flag. And now a timeout.
That's their second timeout already, Scott, here in the first quarter.
So timeout on Tatnall. We'll take a break. You're watching NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Friday Night Brookstone Football on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong, with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
So 3rd and 5 at the Brookstone 48. Quarterback rolling to his left, throws, and it's incomplete. Boy, he had a first down for sure, but Slayton Skinner couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, he had that a little behind Skinner. Did Tate Morris there. It was not a great throw. Skinner had to try to get his body turned around and make the catch and could not. And it's going to bring up 4th down. There is a flag, however, and it's against Brookstone.
Oh, goodness.
They're going to call defensive holding.
Whew. So that is 2 rough penalties on this drive. That'll take it down to the 38-yard line.
And now Brookstone's going to take a timeout.
All right, Brookstone takes a timeout. And while we've got a moment, tonight's coverage brought to you in part by Coca-Cola, the presenting sponsor on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. With deep ties to our schools and strong support for local youth athletics, it's a no-brainer to partner with them, Coca-Cola. And I'm very partial to Coke Zero. Coke Zero sugar.
Well, the thing I love about it, Scott, is they've got such a variety with Coca-Cola products, Dasani water, and for the fitness folks, they've got the Core Power protein drinks that are a Coca-Cola product. And of course, they've got Sprite, Coke, Diet Coke, Mellow Yellow. Been around forever, and I love it because they're the distributor of Dr. Pepper products here in our area, and I'm a big Dr. Pepper fan.
in Columbus, Georgia. Why wouldn't we partner with Coca-Cola, right?
It was invented here.
That's right.
No matter what the people in Atlanta say.
People in Atlanta don't want to hear that, but we know the truth. All right. The truth is that the Cougars need to button down here. Back to pass, some time, and wide
nice
open over the middle inside the Brookstone 20-yard line.
Really nice job by Tate Morris right there. He pinpointed that football in the seam and found Braxton Collins, threw a strike right there, and Tattnall now in the red zone.
So first down at the Brookstone 19, 2:36 left here in the first quarter. Brookstone leading 7-0. These two teams are not in the same district, but they are in Quad A in GIAA. And we're going to blow up the quarterback in the backfield. Savon Kelly with the
Kelly
big puck.
broke through, and he was the first guy to make the initial contact, and then he got a little help from T.J. Whitfield, and those two guys made sure Morris wasn't going anywhere.
So second down and 11 with 1:59 left in the first quarter. So it turned out to be a very nice night here at Brookstone. We got a break with the clouds today. Had a little drizzle before the game, but nothing since. Two receivers split wide to the right, one to the left. High snap. Quarterback brings it down, though. He's going to try to run. He's going to throw at the last moment, and it's complete down to the 5-yard line. Wow.
Really nice job by Tate Morris right there, keeping his concentration on that high snap. And he just rolled, and Brookstone was stringing it out, Scott, and he looked and found that receiver breaking across the middle and was able to throw a pinpoint pass for the first down.
So first and goal at the 5. Boy, Morris has been very impressive here tonight. 1:06 left in the first quarter. 14 on the play clock. Cougars need to make a stand here. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Quarterback is going to keep it off tackle inside the 5. And that blue wave pushes him back. Let's see, they're going to get him to about the 2-yard line, it looks like.
It looked like some of his offensive linemen wanted to get the little tush push going there, Scott, and the Brookstone defense said, nope, we're going to pick his legs up off the ground. You're not going to have anything to push.
32 seconds left in the first quarter. The play clock is 1 second more than the game clock. So let's see if they're going to try to get one off here. Two receivers to the right, one to the left, and he's going to keep it. And eaten up there by Kelly again.
Scott, I'm not sure if the running back went the wrong way or if the quarterback turned the wrong way, but that was supposed to be at least a put it in the belly and fake or a give on the dive.
So that'll get us to the end of the first quarter here with Brookstone on top 7-0. You're watching NAIG2 Commercial Real Estate Friday Night Brookstone Football on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Scott Miller, Mike Peacock back. A big third down and goal from the 2-yard line coming up for Tattnall Square as we begin the second quarter. Brookstone up 7-0. Let's see what the quarterback, Tate Morris, is going to do here. Everybody's kind of bunched in tight. Morris looking, tossing in the end zone, and it is incomplete. Broken up by Gray Jones.
Good job by Gray Jones. And, Scott, they've got a tall receiver there in Whit Davidson, and they just threw the fade pattern and tried to get it up there for him to grab, but a great job by Gray Jones of keeping him tied up, keeping interference, and I do not mean the illegal type of interference, but keeping interference in defending there and not allowing him to get his hands fully on the football.
So the Trojans are going to go for it on fourth down. Fourth down and goal at the Brookstone 2-yard line.
This could be a big play here
for the
Brookstone defense.
Only 6 seconds on the play clock. Quarterback underneath the center. He's going to toss, and whistle blew. False start on the Trojans. So a big penalty hurts the other guys.
Now it looks like they're going to attempt a field goal.
Landon Patterson will come out to attempt the field goal.
All right, Cougar fans.
He puts it down at the 13-yard line, Scott, so this is going to be a 23-yard attempt.
The snap is back. The kick is blocked. Blocked. I think it was T.J. Whitfield that got a hand on it in there.
Yep.
So a big defensive stand for the Cougars.
What a job by the defense there, Scott, thwarting the job, the Tatnall offense down inside the 5-yard line.
Hey, fans, after the game, Mike and I will select the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game, so stay tuned for that. All right, so the Cougars are going to get started at their 9-yard line. Broughton in the gun. Back to pass, but a whistle.
That's a false start.
So that'll back them up. There were only 3 total possessions in that first quarter. Brookstone had 1.
You hope, Scott, that these little penalties that have happened so far for both teams, really, you hope they get those out early here in the first half and play clean the rest of the game, and, of course, don't let them carry over into next week.
Broughton skips a pass over on the far side. It was intended over there for Deacon Leatherwood. So second down from the 9. Make it from the 4, beg your pardon. Broughton scrambling out of his own end zone. He's at the 15, across the 15 to about the 17-yard line.
Good job and a good run by Broughton right there. He looked downfield, saw the opening, had plenty of green grass, knew he could make a pretty sizable gain, and got him into third and very, very manageable.
Third and about 2.5. Trips to the right. Sammy LeBoy comes in motion. He's back in the backfield now. And Broughton is going to pitch it out to Sammy, and they stop him close to the first down.
He got hit hard over there, but it is a first down.
Just made the yard to gain. Yeah, he got blown up over there on the far side.
Yeah, I didn't see the number of the hit, but it was a form tackle, the kind that you want to see but it was right at the down marker. They got the first.
So first down at their own 19-yard line. Two receivers to the left and right. Empty backfield. Broughton's going to throw out to Sammy at the 25 to 30. There he goes. 40, 45, 50, 40, 30. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Cougars. Sammy LaBoy. 81 yards to the house.
Scott, I tell you that the blocking was incredible on the outside right there. As they just broke him back, it was a little sort of a bubble screen out there, and the receivers held their blocks and got great blocks and sprung him, and once he got into the open, nobody was catching him.
Well, who needs to drive the football tonight here, huh? 57-yard touchdown run, 81-yard touchdown pass. Jimmy Hunter, I beg your pardon. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Cougars are on top 14-0. We'll take a break. You're watching NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Friday night Brookstone football on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Balls here tonight, Mike.
Yeah, they have. It's exciting, and that's what this offense brings, and that's what this philosophy by Ian Headley has brought into this program. He's injected some excitement. He likes explosive plays. He's got a lot of those potential explosive plays in his repertoire, and fortunately for Brookstone fans, a couple of them have hit tonight.
Well, skill position, they have got some great weapons and pretty deep. Some kids, as I watch them in practice all the time, and got some kids that are going to make a mark this year before it's all over. Say the Houston Clinic is a proud presenting sponsor on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, supporting our student athletes and the communities we serve. For over 70 years, Houston has been a leader in orthopedic care, sports medicine, and rehabilitation, helping people stay strong, healthy, and active. Scott Miller and Mike Peacock here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. 14-0 Cougars, 10-13 to play in the first half. Our producer tonight is Tyler Dykes. On camera, way up above us, is Austin Hicks. Good to work with Austin again. We worked with him doing Columbus State basketball.
Yeah, Austin's used to being up above the action, isn't he?
He is. He had the roving camera for basketball. Yeah. He gets to stand still at least here in football tonight.
They never did get him one of those rolling tripods, though. You know, he always had to carry his tripod around.
We may have a heat break here. Now we're about ready.
Yep. Tripp played the Jeopardy.
He's had two possessions tonight. One ended with a 57-yard TD run, the other one with an 81-yard TD pass. And 3 plays for one, 4 plays for the other.
Meanwhile, on the other side of that coin, Tatnall has been methodical. They've been patient. They have had some good plays. They've made some yardage, but they haven't been able to stick it in the end zone. They've chewed up some clock for sure.
Jimmy's going to kick it out of the end zone again. Yeah, on that one drive in particular, they started at their 20, got all the way down to the Brookstone 2, had a penalty that pushed them back, and they had a field goal that was blocked. So Tate Morris, their fine quarterback, will lead them out.
Missing a player on the defensive line. Or are they?
Might have been just some confusion. How fast can you count? How many out there?
How many blue jerseys?
Tyler said there's 11. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. And
nice play.
Eat him up in the backfield. That's a fantastic play back there by Jacob Hack.
Jacob Hack shot through and just cut the quarterback's legs before he could even get started. A great play from Jacob Hack.
Back to the 18-yard line, 2nd down and 10.
Little factoid for you, Scott. Jacob's father, Mike, and I taught together at Calvary on the middle school team over there.
How about that?
He was around the corner. His room was around the corner from mine.
Great play by Jacob there. All right, I formation this time. In the gun, back. Got to throw to the back. He's at the 15, trying to cut outside, and we eat him up there, still inside the 20-yard line.
Little dump off pass there. That looked again, Scott, like somebody might have gone the wrong way. A little bit of confusion on the play, but he was able to get something positive out of it.
Kingston Terry was one of the Brookstone defenders on the play. So 3rd down and 11. Again, as Mike said, very methodical offense. They want to try to keep it away from this explosive Brookstone deep offense. 3rd and 11. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Got a H-back. And they're going to grab the quarterback at the 20-yard line.
Harrison Baker was the guy who blew that play up, Scott. He came in, he walked up and rushed from the outside. He was picked up by the blocker but spun right off of him into the quarterback and got some help. And they forced a 4th down here. Good job by the Brookstone defense once again.
So Sammy LeBoy will go back deep. He's standing around his 45-yard line. And Carson Bryant will try to punt this ball away. Snap is back. The kick is off. And it bounces away from Sammy. He's going to let it roll. It takes a Trojan roll down to the 42-yard line, and we'll take a break. You're watching NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Friday Night Brookstone Football on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
1st down for the Cougars. They're 42. Broughton backs, going to throw it to Mitchum Kelly. Mitchum's at the 45, the 50, down the sideline to the 40, 30, 20, 15. There he goes. Flag is down, though. Mitchum Kelly went all the way, but there is a flag down around the line of scrimmage.
And it's going to come back.
It's going to come back. Broughton is not happy with it. So wipe out a 58-yard, what would have been a 58-yard touchdown pass.
I think they're going to call holding here. Yep.
Holding on the Cougars. Still a beautiful pass from Broad Branch to Mitchell
So they'll back it up
39-yard line.
39. Broughton has Dylan Terry in the backfield. Two receivers to the top and bottom. Terry in motion. Broughton looking the other way, throwing long and too long for Sammy LeBoy.
If he lays that up just a tad, Scott, that's probably another touchdown right there. He threw that one more on a line with less air under it, and LeBoy was just not able to run underneath it.
Sammy was behind the defender. So second down. Wing back to the right, going to hand off to Dylan Terry. Breaks one tackle, drives forward till about the 44-yard line.
It'll bring a third down for the Cougars on their 44-yard line. 6 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the half.
Third down at about 8. 6:40 left in the first half with Brookstone leading 14-0. Scott Miller along with Mike Peacock. Tyler Dykes, our producer. Austin Hicks on camera. Two receivers split wide to the left. Sammy's a slot receiver on the left side. Dylan Terry on the shoulder of Broughton Branch. Back looking for Mitchum Kelly on this side, and he throws long, and there's a flag and interference.
It's going to be either interference or defensive holding there because that defensive back had a double handful of jersey on Mitchum Kelly.
On the Trojans this time, they'll mark it off, and it'll be first down, Cougars.
I didn't see that they called holding, I think, Scott, there, and not pass interference.
So the 46-yard line of the Trojans, first down. Broughton with Dylan Terry on his shoulder in the backfield. Looking, throwing it a wide open. Oh, and the defender stepped in front of it and knocked it away. Fortunate that Whit Davidson didn't pick that off.
Well, yeah, Davidson was sitting back there. He had read that play, Scott, and he was just stalking back there, waiting on the throw, and saw it coming, and fortunately for Brookstone, not able to pick it off.
So second down at the Cougar 46. They're going to stack two receivers to the left, J.J. Jones and Sammy LeBoy. They're going to stack them to the right also. Going to hand off to Dylan Terry off tackle, and he gets down to about the 45-yard line. So third down and 9.
Brookstone quickly back to the line, stacked receivers both ways.
Broughton, one back in the backfield. Back to pass, throws, it's complete. And it's a first down. Pass to Stuart Wolf. First down, Cougars. Stewart, the Y receiver, or the tight end. Down to the 35. 5:25 to play here in the first half. Going to hand it off to Dylan Terry right through the hole. He's down to the 30-yard line. Picked up about 5. He really shot through that hole, Mike.
Yeah, he did. It takes him about one step to get up to full speed, Scott, and he really raced through that hole and got a gain of about 6 yards very quickly.
And let's take a break here. You're watching NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Friday Night Brookstone Football on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Back. We've got injured player down for Tatnall. It's the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout. While we got a moment, let's tell you about one of our presenting sponsors, Coca-Cola, another proud presenting sponsor on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Their deep connection to our schools and dedication to youth sports makes them the perfect partner. Welcome aboard Coca-Cola. Got a little Coke Zero in my mug here tonight. And, hey, don't forget now the halftime update show with Richard Holdridge, presented by the Beck Center, coming up. And that's a great new feature, Mike. Well, Richard's going to have scores and highlights at the half of all our games.
Richard's doing he got that thing started last night, had a great halftime show last night, and he is excited. As good as he is in the booth and calling games, he is probably even better in the studio with that halftime show. He puts some excitement into it and keeps everybody up to date on what's going on.
So 2nd down and 5 for the Cougars. Ball just inside the Tattnall 30-yard line. Empty backfield. Trips to the left, 2 to the right. In motion is Sammy LeBoy. And flags.
And they got a false start on somebody. Somebody moved. Somebody did something, picked up a hand or something on the offensive line. I'm not sure.
So back to the 34. 2nd down and 9. LeBoy, the lone, he's in the slot to the left now. And J.J. Jones outside. Kelly and Stuart Wolf to the right. Broughton back. Fires over the middle. What a catch by Mitchum Kelly at the 10. The 5.
And
diving for the pylon. And they're going to say he's just out of bounds.
They say he stepped out at about the 3, Scott. What a move, though. I thought he had gotten himself into the end zone, made a great dive for the pylon. But they say he put his foot on the sideline there at the 3.
Mitchum Kelly, what a catch he made to begin with. Down to the 3. Tatnall's going to try to run a man off. I don't know if he got off in time. Broughton's going to try to keep it. He breaks a tackle at the 5. Dives toward the goal line. Touchdown, Cougars. Broughton Branch broke a tackle. And the big quarterback muscled his way in for another Cougar touchdown.
I tell you, Broughton Branch delivered a lick right there to the defender that tried to meet him at about the 1-yard line, and he became the aggressor and just ran through the guy and got himself into the end zone.
So Jimmy Hunter's going to come on. Gray Jones will be the holder. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Cougars go on top 21-0 with 4:18 to play here in the first half. You're watching NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Friday Night Brookstone Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Jimmy Hunter will kick it away again here with the Cougars up 21-0. All his kicks have been into the end zone and out of it, and this will be no exception.
That one got the back pylon, Scott. If he'd been playing golf, he'd have a nice birdie putt right there off the flag stick.
Well, pretty good production tonight. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns.
Yep. They ran a few more plays that time, so it took a little longer. But think about it. If it hadn't been for a penalty, it would have been another quick scoring drive for Brookstone.
So Tattnall Square will get it on their 20. Morris, the quarterback, has one back. He is under center. Fakes a toss and going to give it to the trap play man, and he's eaten up a couple of yards. A.J. Hayes, one of the Brookstone defenders in there. Again, the Trojans, Mike, are in no hurry.
No hurry whatsoever. And, Scott, you know, one thing that's happened here in this second quarter is the Brookstone defensive coaches have made some adjustments, and they're picking up the reads a little bit quicker here, and they've really tightened up on this Tatnall offense.
2 in the backfield along with the quarterback. He's going to keep it and try to get to the corner, and Harrison Baker ran him out of bounds after a short gain.
It'll be another third and, you know, mid-range here, about 5 yards.
3:07 left in the first half. 21-0, Brookstone on top.
The job for the Cougars here is to get them off the field on this play. Try to get the ball back.
This is the 4th possession for the Trojans here in this first half. 3rd and 5, one man in the backfield. Quarterback, and Baker's going to eat him up in the backfield.
The ball's loose.
The ball is loose on the ground. Who got it? Looks like Tatnall got back on it. Baker just blew him up.
He did. Morris never knew he was coming, and Harrison Baker just unloaded. Knocked the ball loose, but the offensive lineman that was his protector over there was able to fall on it. And, you know, the way this Brookstone offense is going, Scott, they got a chance to score again before halftime here. They're going to run as much time off the clock as they can before they kick this football.
15 on the play clock, 1:47 on the game clock. Cougars up 21-0. Snap is back, and the kick is off. It's not a good one. It's going to take a Trojan roll, though. And the Cougars will take over at the Trojans' 43-yard line with 1:32 to go.
Yeah, they're going to get good field position in plus territory. A minute and a half left, a little over a minute and a half left. The way this offense has gone tonight, that's plenty of time to score.
They might be able to sneak 2 scores in, you know. You score, get a turnover, get another score. That's how quick and how fast this offense has been working here tonight. All right, we got Stack in the slot to the right. One receiver out wide, and Tatnall's going to run a man on late. One back in the backfield. Broughton looking, trying to get
open.
It long.
Oh, just out of reach.
A little too long, intended for Mitchum Kelly.
That's a pretty well-thrown football, Scott. Just maybe a half yard out in front of Mitchum Kelly, unable to get his fingertips on it.
Mitchum comes back and gets set wide to the left. Now he moves in a little bit. Dylan Terry, one man in the backfield. Broughton looking for Mitchum, and he overthrew him.
He was expecting him, I think, to break downfield, and he broke more toward a post pattern there, Scott, and he just overthrew him.
He was looking for Mitchum all the way on that one. So 3rd down and 10, 1:19 left in the first half. Cougars up 21-0. Mitchum Kelly split wide to the left. J.J. Jones to the right. Got Deacon Leatherwood stacked along with Stuart Wolf on the right side. And Dylan Terry, the lone back, off the right shoulder of Broughton. The snap. Broughton looks out for Kelly. He's going to tuck it and now throw it. And a complete, wide open. Ball is loose, but Brookstone gets back on it. Stuart Wolf with the reception.
Really nice job by Broughton Branch right there of keeping his concentration and keeping his eyes downfield and seeing Stuart Wolf break open right there and hit him with a strike.
At the 24-yard line, got a minute left in the first half. Stacked receivers in the slot to the right, one man wide to the right, one man wide to the left. Dylan Terry in the I formation behind Broughton. The snap, going to throw out to Stewart, bobbled it a bit, pulled it back in, and a short
There's a
gain.
flag.
So that'll stop the clock with 37 seconds left in the first half.
Two flags on the play. It is on Brookstone because they're looking to the sideline over there to see if Tatnall wants the penalty. This was not a false start. This was an illegal procedure. Either an illegal formation or an illegal shift.
So that moves it back to the 29 with 37 seconds and the clock rolling again. Two receivers to the left, two to the right, one back. Dylan Terry in motion to the right. Broughton Branch looking left, throws over the middle and had a receiver wide open.
Yeah, Broughton's a little mad at himself right there. He had him open. Mitchum Kelly broke wide open coming across, and he just threw it to the wrong spot there.
So 2nd down and 9, 24 seconds left. Cougars have all 3 timeouts left, by the way. Dylan Terry, the lone back. Two receivers left, two right. Terry in motion to the right. Broughton looking to his left, rolling that way, looking back, throwing it. He's got a man open, but a defender steps in front of it and intercepts it on the 1-yard line.
Yeah, Scotty, he had a man open for a moment but threw it late, and that allowed Taylor Gainey to adjust and get back there, and the ball had a little bit too much air in it. Because he was rolling to his left and had to turn his body back, he didn't get as much juice on that pass. It hung up in the air a little bit, and it ends up in an interception.
That's the first possession of this half that the Cougars did not score on. And Tatnall at the 5-yard line.
Just a QB sneak.
Going to run it up off the right side. That should run the clock out and end the first half. And it will. So, Mike, outstanding first half for Brookstone. They'll take a 21-0 lead into the locker room.
Scott, I think, both sides of the football, Brookstone did what they wanted to do here in this first half. Coach Ian Headley's got to be happy with that first 24 minutes of play right there out of the Cougars. They were able to keep a good Tatnall offense off the board. Nice job.
All right, so we'll throw it to our halftime update show with Richard Holdridge. So Richard's in the Beck Center, and he'll take it away with the halftime report. And we'll see you in a few minutes for the second half here.
Here Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Thank you to everybody for watching the halftime show. If you want to see score updates, keep it right here because we are going to have a scoreboard that's going to update the scores throughout the night in real time. But for those that are watching Harris County, Manchester, back to the action with Rick Beach up in Hamilton, Georgia. Take it away, Rick.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union Bank, we're 40,000 members strong with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network leading to help you make it easier. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And welcome back to the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live halftime update show with Richard Aldridge, presented by the Beck Center. We want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be here, the Center for Academic and Athletic Excellence. We're at the half. Brookstone leading Tattnall Square 21-0 as Scott Miller and Mike Peacock on the call on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, as Sammy LeBoy with a touchdown run, Dylan Terry with a touchdown run, and it is all Brookstone Cougars. You know, Broughton Branch doesn't really have to do much. They even had a touchdown that got negated because of a penalty. Otherwise, they'd be up 28-0, as Mike and Kelly almost had a touchdown. But they have just completely dominated. What a start for first-year coach Ian Headley for his first, but still got a half to play. So Brookstone, they're up 21-0 over Tatnall Square. We have another game that is at the half where Harris County leads Manchester 7-6. It looks like this is a defensive struggle up at Danny Durham Field. These two rivals, it went down to the wire last year. Would you expect anything else? And then we also have our game of the week where Thrip Behringer and Rex Castile on the call. This actually started at 7, and so they are in the third quarter, almost getting ready to wrap it up. And we have Northside leading the Shaw Raiders by a score of 24-0, 3 touchdowns by Jay Jackson. We also had an interception by Terrence Jennings. The Northside defense has played lights out, and they're also 3 for 3 for 2-point conversions. Are you kidding me? I mean, they have been just on fire in that first half. Shaw is going to have to make adjustments if they want to try to get back in this game, but they're well into the third quarter. We'll keep you posted. We'll give you updates. I tell you, we do have a score update. I want to thank Coach Andre Dye, the athletic director for the Kendrick Cherokees, who just gave me this score update on my phone. Kendrick leading the Walker School, start of the third quarter, 18-0. They beat the Walker School last year up in Marietta, and they have looked fantastic. They looked fantastic in their preseason game against Heritage, and now they're looking great against the Walker School. They play Best Academy next Thursday night, and then they go on the road to take on Crawford County. Could we see a Kendrick Cherokees team that could start 3-0? That would be great for all the Cherokee alumni that live in this area, and we want to see all the teams that we cover here in the Chattahoochee Valley that do well. And we haven't even started on Alabama. This is week 1 in Georgia. Just wait till next week when we've got week 1 in Alabama, and we've got great teams in action like Glenwood, Smith Station, Russell County, and we'll bring you all the coverage here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Let's go down the scoreboard, shall we? Carver, that school on the hill. Coach Jarvis Jones, coaching debut. They are leading Whitewater 16-0. And what a great start. And that would be huge to get a big road victory up in Fayetteville against a very talented Whitewater team, a 3A school. And then we also have Pacelli. They are trailing Stratford Academy 21-14. One note in this game, Bobby Gary Jr. throws his first touchdown pass as a Pacelli Viking. And then we got another first. Calvary Christian leads Terrell County by a score of 20-0 as Braxton Wilkinson throws his first touchdown pass as a Calvary Christian Knight. And also touchdowns by Sawyer Talbot and Luke Scoggins. So those are your scores. Let's see, Ty, we got time to talk about the Thursday night action as Hardaway took on Jackson at Otis Spencer Stadium last night, as Mike Peacock and Mike Frost were on the call. However, the Jackson Red Devils out of Jackson, Georgia, defeated Hardaway 38-0. But the surprise of the night, which I am so happy for all the Columbus Blue Devils, Blue Devil Nation, Coach Robert Peters. Columbus, hasn't made the playoffs since 2015. That was the last time when Esain Bassi was a corner, and he's now playing in the NFL. This is a great sign to see Columbus come out and beat Miller County, a playoff team last year that beat Columbus down in Colquitt. The Columbus Blue Devils able to get the 35-17 victory at Kinnett Stadium last night, and 3 touchdowns by Andrew Smith the fourth. What a playmaker! As you know, we keep the scores coming here. We're going to kind of keep this stream in real time, because big shout out to Coach Corey Black, who said that they went to the half. So Stratford Academy leads Pacelli at halftime, 21-14. Remember, the Muskogee County schools start at 7. Everybody else typically will start at 7:30. Next week, the Alabama schools will start at 8. And I do want to preview next week, because high school game day is going to be boots on ground at A.J. McClung Memorial Stadium for the Heritage Bowl. Obviously, Carver, Spencer, it just means so much in this city. And you have great athletes, great alumni that they show up like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're tailgating. And we will have high school game day as we did the last couple of years. And I'm excited to be a part of that. We do have some Thursday night games before we get into the Heritage Bowl. We have Shaw Smith Station at Otis Spencer Stadium on Thursday night. Some of the other games we're not going to broadcast, but they are going to be on Thursday night. Columbus taking on Greenville. Columbus trying to go 2-0. And Kendrick taking on Best Academy. Right now, if that score holds up, Kendrick is going to start the year 1-0. So I'm really excited about all the matchups. But we're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to send you back to Max Strong Stadium, where Scott Miller and Mike Peacock will have the second half for you. Take it away, Scott and Mike.
More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong, with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Scott Miller and Mike Peacock back at Max Strong Stadium on the campus of Brookstone, where the Cougars lead Tattnall Square Academy 21-0 here at the half. We'll talk about the first half in a moment. Want to mention whether it's a Friday night under the lights or a weekend on the trails, Houston Clinic, a presenting sponsor on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, is there to help you perform your best. Trusted orthopedic care for athletes of all ages. Learn more at houston.com. And if you're doing all of that activity, you're going to need a Coca-Cola, right?
Absolutely.
Friday Night Lights to midweek rivalries. Coca-Cola, presenting sponsor on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Deep connections with all the schools we cover, and it's a no-brainer to be teamed up with Coca-Cola. Scott and Mike, along with Tyler Dykes, our producer, Austin Hicks, cameraman up top, and it was a half, Mike, where each team had 4 possessions, but the Cougars scored on their first 3, and 2 of them were one was a 57-yard TD run by Dylan Terry, then an 81-yard short pass out to Sammy LeBoy, and he took it home all the way, and then a 3-yard tough run by Broughton Branch.
Yeah, Brookstone showed that explosive big play ability and broke that out early, and then had a little bit more of a sustained drive, although they did have a big play to get it down inside the 5-yard line. And Tattnall threatened, got it to the Brookstone 2-yard line, but good defense and a penalty kind of thwarted that drive, and that ended in a blocked field goal. So they've still got a 0 on the board, and I tell you that I guarantee you Coach Ian Headley challenged his defense in the locker room at halftime to keep that goose egg up there for 2 more quarters.
You brought it up in the first half. I thought the Brookstone defensive coaches did a marvelous job of adapting to what the outstanding quarterback Tate Morris was able to do early in the game. They pretty much shut him down after those early things.
They really did. They changed a couple of things up. I don't know what exact adjustments they made, but they changed some things up, and they got more aggressive. And you're right. They completely shut down, especially the keepers, for Tate Morris. And he also was not as effective throwing the football in the second quarter. Brookstone just looked like a little bit different defensive team in the second quarter.
Hey, if you thought Richard Holdridge did a great job at the halftime report, you haven't seen anything yet. Just wait. The GIAA High School Scoreboard Show presented by the Beck Center coming up after our game tonight. Get you caught up on all the scores from around the area and both states. Brookstone will have the ball first here in the second half. They won the toss in the first half and deferred to the second. Cougars will be on the road next week at Valwood. Return home on August the 29th against Mount Vernon here at Max Strong Stadium, and that'll be our next broadcast here of Brookstone football.
I know Richard brought this score to a lot of people's attention at halftime, but Calvary has scored 26 points tonight, Scott. They are up on Terrell 26-0, and if I'm remembering correctly, that might be more than the point total they scored the entire season last year, and they've done that in their opener this year.
Well, what a turnaround. Congratulations to them. All right, we've got 2 back deep for the Cougars right around the 10-yard line, Dylan Terry and Sammy LeBoy. And I would imagine they would try to do everything they can to keep it away from those 2 guys. I did notice in the pregame warm-ups, they were trying a lot of onside kicks. So
I wouldn't be surprised to see it here. You're right. As much as they were practicing it, it would not surprise me at all to try to get the ball here.
Waiting for the official to give the go sign. Still waiting.
There he finally does.
And they will kick it away. It'll be taken by Sammy at the 20 to 25, the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. There he goes again. Sammy LeBoy all the way to the house. Touchdown, Cougars.
And now there's a flag on the play. I don't think I think it's going to be after the touchdown. I think it's going to be assessed on the kickoff. But there were 2 players, a Brookstone player and a Tatnall player, who were tied up a little bit with a little extracurricular stuff. I don't think it's going to bring the return back. At least it shouldn't, because it was well after the flag was not thrown until well after the play had ended.
You see the discussion going on now. Let's see what Coach Headley's reaction is going to be here. Yeah, it's against Tattnall.
Not sure that it's against Tatnall, but
or maybe it's after.
It's after the play, so they're going to attempt the point after here.
Well, that's the key part of it.
It is a dead ball personal foul against Brookstone.
Okay.
And it'll be assessed on the kickoff.
So the 80-yard touchdown run on the opening kickoff of the second half for Sammy. His second long TD of the night, this one on special teams. What an addition he is to this Brookstone squad this year. All right, I think James Brown, the referee, has all the housekeeping squared away. So it was on Brookstone, but after the play. And Jimmy Hunter will attempt the extra point. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And Jimmy Hunter makes it 28-0. And we'll take a break. You're watching NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Friday Night Brookstone Football on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. $28-0. And this one is going to be short at the 10, but he drops it, picks it back up, all kind of trouble, and he's going to be hammered down inside the 20-yard line.
Harrison Baker with another big hit, Scott. One of his teammates kind of grabbed the player and set him on a tee, and and Harrison Baker did not miss it.
Might have been Dylan Terry who set him up there. So 17-yard line will be where the Trojans start. Again, don't forget, after the game, the high school scoreboard show presented by the Beck Center. GIAA High School Scoreboard Show. Richard Holdridge will take care of that for us. All right, they've got a receiver split wide to the right, two to the left. Quarterback back and throws out into the flat and gets away from one man but not another as MJ Archibald. He got away from MJ the first time but not the second time.
Yeah, he had some help that came and kind of kept him in the same spot, and MJ finished what he started, shall I say.
So lost a yard to the 16-yard line. Just underway in the third quarter, 11 minutes to play, 28-0, Brookstone on top. Electrifying way to start the second half with the Sammy LeBoy touchdown on the kickoff.
Welcome to Columbus and Brookstone, Sammy LeBoy.
Back to pass, rolling, looking, throws, and it's complete, but immediately taken down by A.J. Hayes.
Good coverage right there and a good open field tackle by A.J. Hayes. Limited that. It's still going to be 3rd and long for Tattnall.
A.J. Hayes is the son of Jack Hayes, and we're thankful for Jack and his NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Company, the title sponsor of all Brookstone game broadcasts this year.
All right, let's hear it for this Cougar defense on a 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7. At the 21, rolling back, looking to the sideline, and almost intercepted, but hits the ground. Dylan Terry tried to get there in time, couldn't do it. The pass was too short even for Dylan.
Excellent coverage from Dylan Terry there. It would have taken a near perfect throw to get the ball to the receiver there. And that'll force another punt. Tell you, this Brookstone defense, since that first quarter, Scott, when Tattnall had a good bit of offensive success, they have limited them severely since then.
Yeah, since Tatnall's second possession. And there's that man again, Sammy LeBoy, standing deep at the 50-yard line. The kick is off, and Sammy's going to get a chance. No, he's going to let it go as it hit the 45 and rolled in the Cougar territory about the 47-yard line, where the Cougars will start there.
Taking over 1st and 10. We'd like to give a good luck to the middle school and varsity.
Don't forget that, well, let's take a break. We'll take a break here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. All right, so the Cougars will start at their 47. Trips to the right, single man to the left. Dylan Terry, the lone back, on the shoulder of Broughton Branch. Gonna fake it to Dylan, throw over the middle to Mitchum Kelly, and he's got it at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5.
Are you kidding me?
Touchdown, Cougars! Broughton Branch to Mitchum Kelly. Another lightning strike by the Cougars.
I tell you, Scott, these skill players for Brookstone are something else. They've all got a burst of speed, and they are exciting to watch. This is going to be a fun year for the Cougars.
A 53-yard TD pass. I mean, when Mitchum turned on the burners, they had two guys had angles on him, and they did not catch him. Jimmy Hunter, the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cougars are on top 35-0. And you're watching NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Friday Night Brookstone Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. The Cougars put on a show here tonight for the fans at Max Strong Stadium, leading 35-0 with 9:25 left in the third quarter.
Scott, they have put on a clinic here tonight on the big explosive play. I think out of their scores, out of their 5 scores, I think 4 of them have been big, explosive plays.
57-yard touchdown run by Dylan Terry, 81-yard TD pass from Broughton to Sammy LeBoy, and then Broughton had that 3-yard tough run, and then Sammy, the 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown to start the second half, and then that 53-yard pass to Mitchum Kelly. So the skill players, the track meet has been on. We've got a beautiful track around the field here, so it's very appropriate. The Brookstone Sprinters are taking the gold tonight. And Jimmy Hunter will kick off again.
Jimmy got himself in good shape coming into the season, so he's enjoying it. Kickers love this when they get a lot of work.
That they do. Every one but the last one has gone into the end zone from Jimmy tonight. And this one will be almost out of the end zone on the fly. One hopper out. They'll take it at the 20. Well, it's still 9:25 to go in this quarter. We see what will happen, but it's 35-0, and we could possibly be looking at a running clock in the fourth quarter here if things stay the same. We'll see what happens. Tate Morris. High formation. Going to fake to the up back, keep it himself, the 20, and he is going to be tackled there by Sammy LeBoy. Sammy went low and got him off his feet.
Yeah, Morris got a good block. The defensive end did a great job of staying home, but he got a good block on that end. Looked like he might have some daylight, and then LeBoy just cut his legs and kept him to a minimal gain.
Sammy, one of a couple of guys that's going both ways tonight, at least in the starting lineup. May have had some other guys do that after the starters. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. I formation again. Quarterback under center. Going to take it out of the stomach of the running back.
Ball's on the ground.
Fumble. It's loose, and Brookstone's going to fall on it. The Cougars have it. It looked like Jack Houston came up with it.
Yeah, Houston got the fumble. I didn't see who originally had it, and it kind of squirted away, and Houston was right there to fall on it.
So the ball back in the Cougars' hands again. At the 23-yard line. Of Tattnall. Mitchum Kelly splits wide to the left. Deacon Leatherwood is in the slot to the left. J.J. Jones wide right. And now in motion is Stuart Wolf. Dylan Terry the lone back. Stewart comes set on the right side. The snap, going to hand it to Dylan, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage. Not much there.
There's a flag, Scott.
Makes you think it might be a face mask, maybe.
Could be. Yep, it is.
Penalty on the Trojans.
So they'll mark that off.
It'll be the
well, they marked it originally a yard short of the first down. I knew that wasn't right.
That'll move the chains and give the Cougars
And it will be a first down, of course.
I'm not sure where they marked that penalty from. It was like an 11-yard penalty. I'm not. Would think it would either be the 5-yard variety or the 15-yard variety, but they kind of went between those two.
And the ball's at the 11-yard line now. Broughton's going to pitch it out a little behind Dylan Terry, but he hauled it in. Inside the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Cougars. That's a great job. There may be a flag down somewhere.
There is somewhere. Let's see. No flag. They're waving it off.
Picked it up. That was a great job by Dylan Terry, Mike. The pitch was a little behind him.
Yep.
He got it and was still able to snake his way into the end zone.
Picked up a block or two and got himself into the end zone. And they are taking the fight right out of Tattnall here, Scott, early in the second half, and that's what you want to do. You want to come out of the locker room and don't take your foot off the gas, and Brookstone has done exactly that.
It was 21-0 at the half. Extra point could make it 42 here. Snap a little high. Gray Jones got it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Cougars on top, 42-0 with 7:54 left in the third quarter. You're watching NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Friday Night Brookstone Football on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
So Jimmy Hunter will kick off yet again. 42-0 Brookstone. 7:54 left here in the third quarter. A line drive out of the end zone, all the way out of the end zone. So Tatnall will start at their 20.
Don't forget, next week we're away against Valwood, and then we'll be back the following August 29th here at home.
Cougars getting some new faces in on defense now with the big 42-0 lead. Morris brings him out. One receiver to the left, two to the right. Backs in the I formation. Quarterback under center, gets it. Gonna fake the handoff. He's gonna be pressured, and he's gonna be brought down after a gain of about a yard.
See, I believe that was MJ Archibald that put the pressure on and chased him out of the backfield, and then finally ran him to the crowd. He was able to gain a couple of yards.
And again, as they've done all night, Tattnall taking as much time as they can to try desperately to keep the ball out of Brookstone's hands. 7:14 left in the third quarter, and that clock running. I formation in the backfield again. Two receivers to the bottom, one to the top. And Morris going to hand it off, and he's going to drive across the 25 to about the 27 or the 28.
Be third and about 4.
Mark it at the 27. Scott Miller, Mike Peacock with you. Our producer, Tyler Dykes. Working the camera magic, Austin Hicks. Here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. I formation again for the Trojans. Going to give it to the fullback, first man through, and he's got a first down.
Not before a first down, but it'll be 1st and 10 on the Trojan 32-yard line.
So the Trojans pick up a first down and keep the clock moving here. Again on the road at Valwood next Friday, and then on the 29th, a couple of Fridays from now, we're back home, Mount Vernon. We'll have that broadcast for you here. Been a great day, first week of school for Brookstone this week. They had a big bash before the football game. Great crowd on hand as always. Cheerleaders doing a fantastic job, and the football team came to play. Pitch out to the back, trying to get the corner,
good tackle.
but does not good. Gray Jones.
Nice open field tackle by Gray Jones over there. Kept the edge and then made the tackle.
Gray has played exclusively on defense in the scrimmage game and the game here tonight. Coach Headley trying to not have too many players play both ways, which is a good thing. 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. I formation again. Morris is going to keep it and pitch out and hit hard short of the 40-yard line. Frankie Bickerstaff with the open field tackle.
Good open field tackle. Tatnall using the option a little bit more this time, and they're forcing Morris to go through all of his options. He sticks it in the belly of the fullback, pulls it out, and then if he's hit, he's pitching it.
3rd down and about 3 at their 39. I formation again. Morris underneath the center and going to fake it to the first man through, take it himself. He's close to that first down marker, and he's got it.
Yep, he did.
They'll mark it at the 43-yard line. Of Tattnall Square. They're out of Macon.
I noticed one of the scoreboards had Brookstone playing Tattnall County, I think, out of Reedsville. So that's the wrong Tattnall.
It's a little different. Morris underneath the center, 1 back this time. He tosses it to him, and he tries to get outside, and the
nice
Cougars
play.
blow him up at the line of scrimmage.
And that was A.J. Hayes with the blow-up there. He flew up and made a really good tackle. No gain on the play.
So 2nd down and 10, 3:08 left in the 3rd quarter, and that clock running. We should have a running clock in the 4th quarter. .14 on the play clock. I formation again. Fake to the first man, kick it out to the back, and he shakes off 1 tackle and knocked out of bounds after a short gain. To about the 46.
3rd and about 7.
Gray Jones knocked him out of bounds. Morris gets the play in from head coach Barney Hester. One receiver to the top, 2 to the bottom. Blitz right up the middle. He breaks a tackle, though, and drives across and gets the first down, Slayton Skinner.
Yeah, that is a great call against a blitz, Scott, because a lot of those linebackers are coming and you're just running right off the center's hip. And they bypass the play, and the fullback is still running up the middle and got his first down.
This is the longest drive for Tattnall since that really long drive they had on their second possession of the night. 1.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Morris, 2 to the bottom this time, rolls to the left, throws in and out of the hands of the receiver.
Pass is complete. Nope, I'm sorry, incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Trojans.
2nd and 10. We got a break with the weather today. Earlier this afternoon was a heat index of about 101, and some clouds rolled in, a little rain scattered in the area, and still humid, but it wasn't too bad. All right, 2nd and 10, 1:13 left here in the third quarter. All Brookstone, back to pass, looking, being pressured, rolling, and just has to throw it away. Great pressure. Kingston Terry pressured.
Yep. Really good pressure. Chased him down and just made him unload it. He had a receiver in the area. 3rd and 10 now.
1:05 left in the third quarter. Cougars up 42-0. A great start for the Coach Ian Headley era here at Brookstone. In the gun this time, pressed, throws out into the flat, got a receiver, breaks the tackles at the 40, 35, down short of the 30-yard line for another Trojan first down.
That's another good call against a blitz, Scott. A little screen pass out in the flat. And they were able to pick up the yardage. Broke a couple of tackles. Had to get rid of it a little quicker maybe than he meant to because of the pressure. But still a good play and kept the drive alive.
They do not have to run a play here if they don't want to. Play clock, the game clock would run out before the play clock, but they're going to go. And Morris trying to get to the end. He's got a blocker out there, but
nice
a great tackle
tackle
from behind.
A.J. Hayes again. And, he went down after that play. I believe he's got a cramp.
Yeah, A.J. Hayes caught him from behind and tackled him. It does look like a cramp.
We had a few of those last night down at Otis Spencer. Scott cramping in the second half.
And that's going to be the end of the third quarter, and it's all Brookstone tonight. The Cougars 42, Tatnall Square nothing as we head to the fourth quarter. You're watching NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Friday Night Brookstone Football on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Scott Miller and Mike Peacock back at Max Strong Stadium with a light show flashing with a 42-0 Cougar lead as we get ready to start the fourth. Houston Clinic, a presenting sponsor on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, knows what it takes to get back in the game. With expert orthopedic care and sports medicine specialists, they're here for every step of your recovery. Houston Clinic, keeping you in motion. And not illegal motion either.
Correct. Scott, I'm so old, I can remember if they turned the lights out during the game, it took them 20 minutes to come back on.
Exactly. These new LED lights, man, they can
There's something else.
put on a show, can't they? All right, so second down and 11 at the Brookstone 34-yard line as we start the fourth quarter. This should be a quarter with the running clock. We'll see. It's usually 30 points. Morris back to pass, looking, and he's going to be, gets the ball off and hammered.
Oh,
flag,
come on. Another cramp. Not sure who that one is. That actually looks like
It's like
Gray Jones.
Yeah, it is Gray.
There's a flag on the play. I'm not sure what they're going to call here.
They threw it immediately when the Tattnall player was hit. So Gray Jones being attended to.
It is a personal foul.
And, well, they take the time to help Gray get over his cramp. So Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout. And, yeah, let's take a break. Tyler, we'll come back. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. All right, so they will set the ball down at the Brookstone, looks about the 17-yard line after the personal foul. First down there. Morris underneath the center. Back to pass, throwing out in the flat and off the hands. A late flag. They're going to call pass interference, I guess, or holding.
Wow.
That was a late flag.
It was really late. And I thought it was a really good defensive play, but they're going to call pass interference.
And we do have a running clock, by the way, so.
First down for the Trojans.
And I'll move it just inside the 10-yard line. So let's call it the 9. Two receivers to the top, one to the bottom. Backs in the eye. Morris under center. Going to fake the handoff, pitch it out to the second man, and he is inside of the 5.
The Cougar defense, number 4, Kingston Terry. Moving a little closer to the goal line. Clock continues to run.
Kingston Terry with the tackle of Ben Brown. The 3-yard line. You know, the Cougars want to keep that goose egg on the board. But the Trojans are threatening here. They got down to the 2 very early in the game. Couldn't get it in. Had a blocked field goal. Pitched out. And a drive and diving toward the end zone, and he got it.
He did. Ben Brown finally gets one into the end zone for Tattnall.
So at the right around the 9:20 mark, hard to tell exactly since the clock is continuing the run, thankfully. 3D Ben Brown. Landon Patterson will attempt his first extra point of the night, and that one is no good. So the Tatnall is on the board, but the Cougars still lead at 42-6 with 8:30 and the clock running left here in the ball game. We'll take a break here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Scott Miller, Mike Peacock back, 7:17 left, running clock in the fourth quarter. Cougars up 42-6. And Tatnall coming off of their first
They're on the wrong side of the
night.
field.
I thought for a moment I had a stroke when I saw them on the wrong side of the field. And at my age, you know, that's a real possibility. So you
at our age.
So you guys have to really watch me carefully. And I thought, really? And whew, thankfully, they made the mistake. Well, let's see if he tries to keep it away from Sammy this time. Sammy took it to the house the only time he's had a chance on a kickoff return. Dylan Terry is back there with him deep as well. 6:28 and that running clock running.
See if they're going to try an onside here, Scott, or a pooch.
And
it's a bit of a pooch.
A little long to Terry. At the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Are you kidding me? There he goes all the way. Touchdown, Cougars. Dylan Terry, and lays down with a cramp in the end zone, but he did his job all the way back. I don't believe I would kick off to these guys.
I tell you, they've got some speed, and if they get a step on somebody, they just shoot past them and they're gone.
So the second kickoff return of the night, 2 for 2 in that category for the Cougars. And a couple of players, I told you Dylan went down in the end zone, and a player also for Tatnall. This is the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout. Fortunately, our injuries tonight, at least all but one of them, have been cramps.
It's been, the humidity this time of year, Scott, it really shows in that second half when you've sweated the whole ball game and there's a little bit of heat and they've got that humidity. That's why we mentioned it last night on our broadcast of the Hardaway game. It's important for these guys to remember they've got to hydrate, and they can't just hydrate on the day of the game. They've got to do it all week, the week prior. and prepare themselves, because cramps are very real and they're very painful.
Well, they really are. At my age, the only cramps I get are in the middle of the night, and that's like being out on a football field, isn't it? When one of those hit you in bed.
You'll wake up screaming.
And Dylan comes off, and also Slayton Skinner over there walking off slowly under his own power. Hey, don't forget the GIAA High School Scoreboard Show presented by the Beck Center coming up after the game, hosted by Richard and Thrift. Richard Holdridge and Thrift Behringer. But talk about the dynamic duo there.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely. Jack Maudlin will get a chance to kick an extra point here, Scott.
All right, Jack.
Jimmy Hunter. Jimmy Hunter's tired.
Yes, he is. He's going to have to take an ice bath with that leg of his tonight. Gray Jones did a good job of getting a high snap down, and the kick is up and good. And it is 49-6. I just heard the PA guy mention Ezra Horde, and we haven't had time to do this. I hadn't thought about it until right now, but Ezra Horde sang the national anthem tonight, and he was fantastic.
He did a fantastic job. It was really good, and I liked it because right when he started, Scotty got out there with the mic and he took the deep breath, the big.
That's right.
Got himself psyched, and then knocked it out of the park.
He really did, and it's been a great night all the way around for Brookstone before the game and during the game. After the game, don't forget, we're going to come up. We might have a tough time here for the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Can we have a co-players of the game, Tyler?
I suppose we could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's – you sort of look at the breakdown of what the scoring has been, and we won't give it away. We'll see. We'll have a vote up here.
There are a lot of candidates.
There are a lot of candidates.
And you've got a lot of subs in here on this kickoff team, Scott. A lot of clean uniforms.
With 3:22 to play and the clock running. And that ball is going to come up short of the goal line. They'll have to pick it up at the 5, at the 10, cutting back against the grain. And
good
finally
tackle.
Down. Yeah.
There's some youngsters on the field in this one, and I believe that was Copeland Dixon who made the tackle over there in the open field.
So 2:59 to play in this one. Brookstone 49, Tatnall Square Academy 6. Great here in the first game of the season, Mike, to get all these reserves of these young guys some playing time.
Oh, absolutely.
Clock is running, so under 2.5 minutes left in the game.
And
now.
subs in the game for Tatnall as well. Got a new quarterback.
Looks like Whit Davidson. No, it's
Champ
number
Gaslin.
12. Yes, number
Champ
12.
Gaslin in at quarterback, and
fumble, and he falls on it. 1:59 left. At the end of the game, we'll take a short break and come back and tell you about the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game and wrap it up and get you to the GIAA High School Scoreboard Show. Second down. And the junior Champ Gaston underneath the center. Going to keep the ball, trying to get to the end, and gets across the 15 out to about the 17.
Hudson Kuhn with the tackle, I believe. I'll take Tripp's word for it because we don't have a 28 here.
Yeah, Hudson and William Gilly, last week the blue uniforms for what their numbers are supposed to be had not come in, and I guess they're still not in.
Let's stand on your feet for this last 45 seconds for this 2025 Brookstone Cougar team.
This will be the final play of the game.
Number 26, Tom Campbell out there for the Cougars. Number 11.
Flip to the tailback, and he's brought down.
Young guy's doing a good job over there on defense. I don't believe they're going to get another playoff here.
Just 12 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is your
And that will do it. The Cougars have opened the Coach Ian Headley era with a resounding 49-6 victory over Tattnall Square.
Absolutely, Scott. What a way to debut for Coach Headley. And what a preview possibly of things to come for this Brookstone team tonight, as they showed explosiveness, they showed the ability to adjust, they showed the ability to play really good defense and be physical. They won all aspects of the game tonight.
We'll take a break. We'll come back, and our accountants will tally up the votes for the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game coming up. You're watching NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Friday Night Brookstone Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
All right, Scott and Mike back here at Max Strong Stadium, where as the tradition has it at Brookstone, the cheerleaders and all of the family members and students come down on the field to surround the players after a victory, and it's time to reveal the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game, and it was a tough decision.
It really was.
It could have gone to several players, not only the offense, but don't let the defense get overlooked tonight. Shut them out, and they only were able to score when some of the reserves are in. But the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game is Dylan Terry. Running back had a 57-yard touchdown run to get the scoring started tonight. He had a really tough 11-yard run and catch, and then that long touchdown on the kickoff to close out the scoring. So congratulations to Dylan, but as we said, we could have had.
Yeah, you could have gone Broughton Branch with the game he had playing quarterback tonight. You could have gone Sammy LeBoy easily, the explosiveness he had. Mitchum Kelly was in the discussion. I mean, there's just a number of them play, and that don't even include the guys on the defensive side of the ball that did a great job tonight, Scott. So really a lot of good individual performances, but an outstanding overall team performance for Brookstone tonight.
Outstanding indeed. We thank you for watching tonight, watching the NAI G2 Commercial Real Estate Friday Night Brookstone Football. And I want to mention our presenting sponsors as well. We are so thankful for all of them. It's Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Coca-Cola, Kinetic Credit Union, and Houston Clinic. Don't forget now, coming up next, the GIAA High School Scoreboard Show presented by the Beck Center. Richard Holdridge and Thrift Behringer standing by to get you caught up tonight. On this winning night from Max Strong Stadium, for Mike Peacock, Tyler Dykes, and Austin Hicks, this is Scott Miller saying so long, everyone.